eThekwini Municipality has opened several major beaches in Durban for the December holidays, this despite widespread concerns about the ongoing sewage leaks into rivers running into the ocean. But to prove that the water is safe for bathers, the Durban mayor took the plunge himself. However, it does appear that sewage contamination does exist at another beach, Westerbrook. We now speak to Zwakele Mncwango, ActionSA's KZN Chairperson. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. This is the period, of course, that, holiday makers will be flocking to the beaches, but there are some concerns in other parts. Talk to us about that.
Yes, true. It is a critical period for tourism sector. Most people want to flock down to Durban as usual. Durban is usually a place to be when it comes to holiday time. But unfortunately, it's not the same this time around. Unfortunately, we worried about statements that are continuously made by the city where they are saying beaches are now safe. And I can confirm that Uhlanga pump station is still not working, despite the mayor committing that it's 100% full functional. It's not. There's still raw sewer spilling down to the sea. And we sent one of the water experts, who confirmed that about 30 million liters of raw sewer is spilling down at the sea. I also went today to Westerbrook Beach, where directly by the beach itself, I saw myself spilling a raw sewage on that beach. So meaning there's no way you can say that place is safe. Our main concern mainly is that you will find that the city will talk about those beaches at the south of Durban. Unfortunately, you can't rely on those tests, because as you keep getting raw sewer spilling over north, you have a current. And unfortunately, you can't predict current because there are many factors that detect on current. You talk of gravity, you talk of wind, you talk of water sensitivity, water density. Now, that can change overnight. So meaning at a moment, you might find that water current is moving from south to north, but overnight, it might be moving from north to south. So at that moment, it means the water by the following day, it won't be safe. And we know the city only tests water after 2 weeks. But now they are saying they're testing water every week. We don't even believe that, because I have proven that they don't do that. I went to Battery Beach. Battery Beach, last time they tested was 18th of October. When I raised the issue about the sampling date of water quality, they just went and changed the date of test to 15 November. So meaning definitely they are not testing, they just change dates. So that's misleading the public, which really is a risk in terms of health and safety of our people. That is why we are saying, as ActionSA, we are really concerned about the safety of our people. Even the mayor himself, he was challenged to go and take a dip at Umhlanga beach. He didn't go there. He only sent the official to go there and demonstrate that they are swimming. He only went to the south side where it's much safer. But what is more concerning is, if you talk of tourists coming to Durban, the beaches that they are referring to are not even safe in terms of crime. So when you go to the beach, also there are many factors you must consider. The factor around crime is also a serious one. So when you talk of Point Road, that's a crime zone. So who want to go to that crime scene? So I think there's a concern we are having, that the city is continuously risking our people and say they must go and swim on these beaches.
In taking this matter further, pardon me for the interruption, you've opened a case against the eThekwini authorities this week. I mean, what essentially forms the basis of this case? You've spoken to the water quality checks that you've conducted and how you've sort of done a comparison to prove that there are some flaws there.
Look, the basis is simple. That the city from April this year, they've done nothing to resolve the issue of infrastructure, which have resulted to many people really suffering, especially it's a question of livelihoods here. And the peak time is when really even temporary jobs are created. That eThekwini is actually the hub of the of the growth economy of eThekwini and the KZN as a whole. So GDP is actually affected if tourism sector is affected in eThekwini. So we said to court We are then calling for other institutions like departments, water and sanitation, we talk of tourism department, we talk of environment department, culture. We are citing them in our court papers because we believe they must also be involved in resolving this crisis in eThekwini. But what is more concerning is there was, in KZN, there was a disaster in April. It was declared as a disaster. So meaning you are now able to reallocate budgets. You are now able to shortcut the processes of procurement. So meaning there is no way why there must be those delays in terms of resolving this crisis, because now you can use Section 36 of procurement processes, where it also allows that executive committees are able to monitor Section 36 and ensure it's getting implemented. That is why we're also blaming all parties who are part of the executive committee. Here we talk of ANC, DA, EFF, IFP. They are part of the executive committee, and they've seen this report in April. And now we are after 8 months, nothing has been done, and they've been questioned the city about this problem. That is why we're saying they must also be held accountable, because most of the time we want to hold officials to account, but as politicians, we don't want to be held accountable. That is why we believe that even political parties must be held accountable over this crisis in eThekwini.
Very well. And perhaps before we let you go, with the holiday season officially kicking in, how much time are you dedicating now to ensure that this court matter really is able to assist? Because people's lives are at stake here.
Look, unfortunately, we have no control over when the court gave us dates. The court gave us 27th of April, so we have to wait for that. We've seen that some departments, ministers, are opposing our papers. So already receiving, our lawyers have briefed me that they are receiving some responses, and those departments are opposing our papers. So we'll wait for the court date on the 27th of February. Then we'll hear what the argument is. But at the end of the day, what we are doing for South Africans, we are doing for tourism sector, we are doing for business community, we are doing for people of eThekwini, for everyone, because we believe we must work together to fix eThekwini and fix South Africa.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time.